Obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Mr. Jimmy Parsons died at his residence in Vincent last night at the age of 60. Curtis & Son Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Polly Kramer, age 72, of Sylacauga, will be Tuesday at 2 p.m. from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home, with Reverend Michael Andrews officiating, and interment in the Evergreen Cemetery. There will be a viewing beginning at noon on Tuesday, 2 hours prior to the service at Radley Smith Funeral Home. In lieu of flowers, memorial gifts can be given to New Life Assembly of God in Pell City, Alabama, 4615 Cogswell Avenue. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga will direct that service. Funeral service for Leonard Meredith Perry, age 69, of Sycamore, will be Wednesday, October 5th at 1 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home, with the Reverend Joe Camp officiating. Burial in the Mount Moriah Cemetery. Mr. Perry died Saturday, October the 1st at his residence. Visitation Tuesday from 5 until 8 o'clock at Radley Smith Funeral Home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Evelyn Faye Bradbury, age 81, of Alexander City, will be today at 11 a.m. from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Reverend Jeremy Johnson officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. Mrs. Bradbury died September 30th at her residence. The family will accept flowers. A contribution can be made to a charity of one's choice. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. May Eder Swain, age 105, died September the 30th. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary. Mrs. Edna L. Huntley, age 93, died September 30th at Coosa Valley Medical Center Community Funeral Home. We'll announce the arrangements. And Mrs. Virginia Dates, age 76, died September 29th at Russell Medical Center in Alexander City Community Funeral Home, announcing. These funeral announcements brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. That's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.